Owatonna High School wrestling coach Cliff Casteel. The regular season is all wrapped up. Sections begin next week, and what a better way to tune up for a tough section by wrestling one of the best teams around, facing Cass and Manorville yesterday, and it certainly looks like it was a great duel. What are some thoughts, and what do you pull away from the meet, Cliff?
Well, Casson has a nice young team. That's the first thing I guess I pull away from it is just the fact that, they're similar to us and that they're pretty young, but we had the lead there after 170, and we're trying to do what we could to win the duel, and they're just a little better up top than we are at this point in time. So
that 170-pound match was an exciting one and a big win for Brandon.
Yeah. We were. Usually Brandon doesn't wrestle 170, but
right.
Being that he's the guy that usually scores a lot of points for us, we wanted to get him on Ehrenberg last night and get that matchup and hopefully steal some points away. So worked out in our favor.
Are there some other matches that come to mind as being good ones here off the top of your head?
Well, Blake Westfall had a good night last night in the first period, and I think Blake really doesn't get talked about a whole lot. He didn't wrestle on the varsity last year, and so this is his first full year of varsity. And he's a tough wrestler. He has to wrestle with Brandon and Alex Green every day in practice. So, I know he's getting better, and I think just as his confidence grows, we'll see we'll get to see a lot more of the Blake that we saw last night. As he gets more mat time.
Win on Thursday over Faribault on your home regular season finale. So nice to get a win over the rivals on a special night for the seniors, I imagine.
Yeah, that was nice. Even on the junior varsity level, some of our seniors, in fact, I think all of them had an opportunity. Not all, most of them had an opportunity to wrestle. So, it was to see those guys have an opportunity to wrestle and go out with wins, and so yeah, it was nice. And, as far as the Faribault duel is good, they Faribault's stronger up top as well. 220 and 195 in heavyweight, and we actually won 2 of those 3, which was really nice. And our heavyweight actually avenged a loss that he had earlier in the year. So I always like to see that we're getting better throughout the year than our opponents. So.
And a preview of the sections. What's coming up this Thursday and Saturday?
Well, on Monday night, we'll find out who is seated where.
Mm-hmm.
However, we've wrestled everybody. We've wrestled every team in our section, including Farmington and Hastings. So we'll likely end up the third seed. And who we wrestle is the one that kind of remains to be seen, because a lot of those, I think, seeds 5 through 9 kind of have all beaten one another. And so that'll be the deciding factor between 5 and 9, who's going to be where. And actually, number 1, I think, is probably going to be up for debate, too, even though Hastings beat Farmington. Farmington's beat some teams that have beaten Hastings as of late, as they bring guys back from injury. So, for us, we're just continuing to just focus on things that we can get better at and not really looking at who we're going to wrestle at this point in time. And I think that's just important for, as we draw closer to Thursday, then we'll start worrying about matchups and things like that.
All right. Cliff Casteel, Owatonna High School Wrestling. Thanks for the time, Cliff. I know the JV Big 9 meet is going on today. Is that in Rochester?
Rochester JM, yep.
All right, so a good chance for those guys to get out there and wrestle one more time as well. Cliff, thanks, and good luck with sections next week.
Thanks, Roy. Appreciate it.
All right, Cliff Casteel, Owatonna High School Wrestling on KRFO.